important as theirs, if not more. Before the higher authority was around, there were simply elders who would try to maintain order. Most of them banned us from writing books, and they worked hard to destroy them. So the very fact that some survived is a miracle. Most wound up in personal collections. But think of how many were tossed as scrap after the owner died. A tall man appeared at the far end of the aisle with a mask on his face. I recognized Claude's white t-shirt and V-shaped torso. While the paint was faded, the mask's expression was exaggerated and demonic. Jem rocked on her heels, oblivious to Claude's antics as she closed the book and lifted it off the shelf. It's even written in a rare dialect spoken by relics. They had a language that was code so that only they could read it. Why would they write it all down if they pass it in their DNA? Not all relics have children, so some of them used to document all their knowledge in books that would become their legacy. Claude inched closer behind her. I regarded him impassively before looking at Jem's new treasure. What do you do with all the books you find? I translate them. Not everyone understands these languages, so I copy all the text in English to new books and preserve the originals in the archive. Maybe they belong in a library. She gazed up in wonderment. A breed library? Imagine, piles of books as tall as the ceiling and rows that go on forever. Alas, my dreams are dashed by politically enforced laws that prohibit the exhibition of breed literature. Jem spun on her heel like a cartoon character and shrieked at Claude. The book hit the floor with a thwack. Claude's long arms reached for her, his fingers curled like claws. Jiminy Christmas, look what you made me do, you big scamp! She bent down and cradled the book in her arms before springing back to her feet. And just so you know, that Polynesian mask is inhabited by an ancient spirit. Anyone you look at through its eyes is cursed. Jem strode away, her pleated skirt swishing from side to side. She was so petite that from behind she looked like a teenager. Claude removed the painted mask and shook out his curls of golden hair. I love her vernacular. He gave me a sheepish grin and set the mask on the shelf. Do you think it's really cursed? I looked up at Claude, who was a good 10 inches taller than me. Everything in here is probably cursed. You didn't look at me, did you? I've got enough hexes going on. I don't need another. Claude's winsome smile could thaw an iceberg. No, but I wonder what Cosmo would do if I put it on and had a little chat with him about the stunners he keeps selling. Cosmo was the surfer-looking guy with dreads who ran the shop. April Fool's Day was weeks ago. He'll never fall for it. Claude raised the sleeve on his shirt and scratched his arm. Wearing clothes that covered his muscular shoulders must have been hard for him. If Claude wasn't in a tank top, you could usually find him shirtless. All that rope climbing in the gym paid off, and he liked displaying the fruits of his labor. But while on Keystone assignments, Claude dressed as if he was trying to avoid Victor's judgmental gaze. He noticed my empty hands. Didn't you find anything? I reached in my back pocket and pulled out a long blade. What do you make of this? He studied the gold handle and dull edges. It looks like a letter opener. I figured as much. Does it feel strange to you? His brow furrowed. How do you mean? I pricked my arm with it, and it's not a stunner, but it feels weird. Claude chuckled. Is that how you test them? You stab yourself? This one hurt like a bitch, dull blade and all. I took back the object and admired the white stone in the handle. You didn't notice anything weird while touching it? Perhaps there's residual energy only a mage can detect. I twirled it between my fingers and passed by him. I think I should keep it. Better safe than sorry. Claude swaggered up beside me. Careful, or you'll turn into one of those hoarders they show on TV. We'll have to use a wrecking ball to get inside your room after an avalanche of useless shit buries you alive. I'm not a hoarder. He clasped his hands behind his back and fell into an easy stride. First it's letter openers, next it's 300 egg cartons. I poked his side with the dull blade. Perish the thought. The pawn shop had a lot of tall shelves on the left side of the building. Cosmo spent most of his time at a glass display counter that ran along the right side of the shop and the back wall.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.